Witam Was w kolejnym odcinku z Technomanty. Odcinek nagrywany zaraz po poprzednim, mapę proszę. Dobra, lecimy dalej z Foposem. Foposem też. Dobra, podróżuj. W sumie będę musiał Amelię wykorzystać. Jakkolwiek to zabrzmiało. Ja będę musiał ją wykorzystać. O, Nisia plus 3. Ciekawe za co. Jakby to powiedzieć, Nisza? Dziecinko. Muszę się ciebie pozbyć. Już jest zmęczona?
Look around, please, but don't break nothing.
Informacje dotyczące ataku Aurory.
I'm looking for mutants that may have been in both Ophir and Noctis the past few years.
There are many. Before settling in the valley, most mutants from Ophir passed through Noctis.
Any of them still go back to Noctis regularly? Any that might have been close to Phobos back in the day?
Fewer than many, for sure. Why? Are you still watching us? Think we still belong to you?
Stop. Don't do that. My friend here is only trying to help me with a personal issue. One of our own, I believe. Sabotage missions we took on to try and help Mutant Valley. We are trying to figure out who that might have been.
So, someone with a grudge against you. Perhaps one of Cain's clan.
But they wouldn't have known about Phobos' mother.
Then someone from Cain's clan who was once close to Phobos. His friends Deimos and Seth may fit that bill. Can you let me return to my work now?
Sure, of course.
Najpierw pokaż mi te towary. Powiedzieli towary. Nie. Nic nie mam. Żadnej możliwości. Ja mogę sobie drużynę skompletować. Tu w lewo. Tu w lewo i do góry. Muszę sobie zmienić jedną postać. No kuźwa, gdzie ja mogę zmienić postać? Jego masz. Tam na dole. Kurwiające.
I'm pleased Scum was chosen. He has already proven he can lead our people. And his speech...
Dawaj mi tą Francję jedną. Która jest mi potrzebna. Amelię? I bywaj. Jesteś mi rzekomo potrzebna.
Now that we are at full strength, we must devise a way to compromise Victor's popularity at the Assembly.
I've got a lead. There's this grizzled old general who's been bitching about the lack of info he gets about Aurora. Right now, he's the only one with the balls to call Victor the Dictator incompetent. According to him, the Aurora Dowser's down shit creek and may have been booted off his post. If we can prove that General is right and isn't just some senile old man, maybe the army's head honchos will be pissed enough at the Colonel to kick his buns in the sun.
But we would need hard evidence.
I'm almost positive that Dandolo can help us. Noctis sends merchants everywhere, after all.
We also have some connections with Technomancers over there. They should be able to tell us what happened.
We could try Anton. Aurora's a little far, but there's no place that's safe from Anton's little birds.
It's a start.
Even if abundance is run from the top down, members of the Assembly would pay attention to uprisings. Some of your local allies could help you stir up some anger in the masses. The ASC has made their lives miserable for months. People are arrested on a whisper, live huddled in fear. It would not take much to spark the powder keg.
It's a good idea, but we can't influence entire populations by ourselves. We'd need allies hidden among the people.
Back when I was an artist, I got into some altercations with assembly members who thought my shows were blasphemy. Maybe it was because I didn't say hail to the shadow 50 times. I can't say for sure, but if we could get them to think that Victor isn't a devout believer, we could get the large religious sect of the Assembly to revoke their support and demand his banishment. Or we could just give them a little nudge in the right direction by making them believe Victor steals relics for his own use.
We'd have to stage an elaborate setup, but I like it. After all, Trickster must get what he gives. We'll need volunteers that can pretend to be ASC. The plan is right up Anton's alley. It's possible for Dandolo or the opposition to help us out too.
One last thing. I was told the High Judge endorses all of Victor's decisions, even though I know for a fact that he hates him, which is more than a bit strange. The judge is such an honest man.
Or if you're in the mood to make a scandal, I've got everything we need. Did you know that Victor employs young women to worm out information on men he keeps tabs on? And I'm not Victor, but I have a feeling he used that info to blackmail these same men. If we can prove it, the Assembly would have a major meltdown. Their beloved colonel, a pimp? To find evidence of his trafficking, we could look for the orders he gave his goons. Have you seen his hands? Far too immaculate to be doing this dirty work himself.
If Anton's letting it happen on his territory, there's probably some kickbacks in it for him. So, since he's not gonna help us, we need to gather first-hand intel ourselves. I could start asking former prostitutes, but...
Indeed. How's this? I've heard that a small faction of the Assembly blindly backs up Victor, no matter how crazy the project is. So I believe it almost certain that their chief of this faction was bribed. So unless we bribe him ourselves, we'll have to silence him.
It's not ideal, but I have no way of finding out what dirt the ASC has on that man. We'll have to go without his support, and hope we can get enough voters elsewhere.
All these ideas will indeed cut off Victor from his support network.
But...
This is going to sound self-interested, but if we could help the mutants escape from the pen, it would expedite the Colonel's downfall. The people and the Assembly would be outraged to know that after decades of civilized control, Victor was the one who couldn't keep them in check. I'd like to see the Colonel try to justify his mistake of so many slaves, particularly ones notorious for their feeble minds.
No, it's not selfish. It's a good plan. We're gonna help mutants in the pen prepare their escape. After a mass breakout like that, his reputation will never be the same. All of you for the ideas. Now let's make them happen.
Ja chcę zmienić ludziów. Tak, Nisha, Won. Amelię, chodź. Dziękuję. Amelię, ciebie nie pomogę.
Zachariah, I've received a message from Dandolo. He has some information on the disappearance
Oh.
of patients.
Really? Did he learn where he was taken?
The
Zapomniałem o
ASC
tym.
had him locked up in an old dome near Ophir. In his message, he says that it's a dome that Technomancers used to use. Does this sound familiar to you?
Hard to forget. Yes. That's where initiations would take place before a mantis destroyed everything. We'll have to go free him. The place must be teeming with soldiers fighting for Victor. But we can't leave the old Technomancer in their hands.
Wspaniale, dostaliśmy w końcu jakieś informacje przydatne. Jak tam kurwa wleźć na górę? Zapomniałem jak się wchodzi. Chyba tędy naokoło, tak? Tak. Jakoś tak. Dobra. Intryga się zagęszcza.
Hi there. You know Phobos?
I should hope so. It was him who freed me from the mine I was forced to labor in. Thank you, Phobos, from my heart.
You are welcome. I hope we will all be free someday.
Someone tried to sabotage his plans. Maybe the mutants who used to be close to him. The ones that went to Ophir and Noctis.
Whether they went to Ophir or Noctis, I do not know. But I have heard the two of your right hands, Seth and Deimos, hold a grudge against you for abandoning them. And Seth, I have heard, has grown close to Cain.
In Mutant Valley?
No, not there. We saw them for a short time, a long time ago. Perhaps you can catch up to them.
Thank you.
I cannot believe this.
Who are Seth and Deimos?
I escaped with Seth. He was one of my first companions. I would have died time and time again without his help in the desert. Would have never been able to succeed in my first attempts at seeding Mutant Valley. And Deimos is the radical type, but always a good companion who was integral in building Mutant Valley. We took our freedom names together.
Freedom names?
Names to take back our identities. Re-earn our dignity from names like Dirt and Scum that identified us before. When a mutant finally understands what freedom he has, he usually changes his name. And for such occasion, we have developed ceremonies. Deimos and I chose, together, the names of our planet's moons, the names of the sons of the god Mars in ancient Earth mythology. Names that gave us strength and pride, elevated us from the lows we had been dragged through.
Shit. I can't... They were like brothers to you, right, Phobos? Fuck, these days, who can you trust? Damn.
I don't want to feel like I can't trust anyone. Maybe it's just fate playing a cruel game. I chose to side with the humans at a great cost, only to be betrayed by my own brothers.
I think we got everything you need. You able to fix the pump now?
Yeah, I got this shit on lockdown. Give me the parts. Shouldn't take long.
There it is. There's the well we talked about.
And here's the pump. It's a total wreck. I could fix it up, but I'd need the materials.
Got another solution?
I do know where we can grab the spares. City generators in Ophir and Noctis. It'll piss a lot of people off, but...
Co było? Jeszcze raz?
I think we got everything you need. You able to fix the pump now?
Yeah, I got this shit on lockdown. Give me the...
Dobra, naprawiłaś, naprawiłaś. Zuch, dziewczyna. Teraz mogę się ciebie pozbyć. Nie tą stroną. Dalej. Kimś o tym muszę pogadać. F5 postać spierdolę pewnie. Z moimi umiejętnościami to nie będzie nic nadzwyczajnego.
Hi.
Zachariah, to what do I owe this privilege?
I got your well taken care of. No more creature and it runs like new.
A man of your word. Take this for your time and help. And if you have more time to help us,
Słucham.
a serious matter has come to my attention. Our observers in Ophir report that a mutant group there now faces execution. Punishment for refusing to complete their tasks.
O,
Probably fixing the city's shutters. Aurora's attacks blew a hole in Ophir's roof, considering how important it is to get it fixed.
Humans hurt other humans and mutants face death. Yes. Well, they are being held apart from the rest. They must be saved, Zachariah.
oczywiście.
I'll do what I can. Can't guarantee anything, though.
Your best is better than our nothing. My brothers in Ophir have suffered enough.
Odejdź. Dobra, idziemy robić zadanka. To, co jest do roboty, trzeba zrobić.
Good news. I have enough water for my plants again.
Brawo dla ciebie.
All thanks to Phobos' human
No zawsze myślę, że to są kurwa drzwi do wyjścia. Po prostu dwie metalowe blachy. Podróżuj. Zdobyć mundury KGP. Tam udamy się. Najpierw trzeba pomóc dziadziowi.
Square one.
Damn, that's weird. But I thought the dome was in ruins. So then, where'd they put that old geezer?
There should be a few standing structures next to the ones that collapsed, unless they've already started clearing the rubble.
That sounds like bad news.
It would be. There were secrets in those ruins. I would rather have stayed buried, especially from the ASC.
That's the problem with secrets. All that time spent worrying about someone finding out, it's a burden that turns into a habit, that turns into obsession. I know you're just as scared about what's in the dome as what patience might reveal.
Czemu zamiast
Just hope
stoić
the old
czytam
man's
słoik?
still holding on. He's as stubborn as an unfed ostrich. But I don't know if it'll be enough in the hands of the ASC.
Poor Patience. He thought he was finally safe in Noctis. Instead, we threw him straight back into Victor's arms.
What do you mean? We saved him from that camp.
It's just, we must have attracted the attention of Victor's spies when we asked Dandolo to keep an eye on him. He was supposed to be just another nobody in Noctis, but our request ended up selling him out.
These thugs, more like cavemen with bigger sticks, don't understand respect, science, age, or knowledge. Any problem they can't solve, they'll use torture. What's 2 plus 2? I don't know. Let's torture the mathematician and find out.
Podoba mi się to.
Ugly brutes. If they take power in abundance, they'll turn it into a Darwinistic jungle. A whole group of psychopaths wanting to take control of everything through mindless violence.
Sounds like this story hits close to home.
It's true. I understand what that poor Technomancer must be going through. The pain. So, I hope we find him soon.
We'll have to be careful. The place must be teeming with troops. And as much as I believe in the honest run and gun, if they hold Patience hostage, our rescue plans might have to be a bit more sophisticated.
You're right.
Morduję wszystkich.
The ASC decided to have a peek through your things. Aren't you worried about what they found?
Fortunately, most of the important documents are written in a language known to a select few. While there were things of value, I didn't
that
want
is
the
still
knowledge to
some
fall
more.
into the wrong hands. Kind of a good thing the giant mantis destroyed everything. If it hadn't, Victor would have made this dome his personal study.
Awesome shit. Welcome, my friend. Czy tego? Może mnie z drugiej strony nie było. Nie ma. Geniu, geniu. Jest shotgunem. Dobra. Może będę miał zoom karmę? Pomyślmy. Mamy dobrą karmę. Żeby mieć złą karmę, co bym musiał zrobić? Chuj z tym. Nie chcę mi się z tym babrać. Śmieci widzę. Moje śmieci. Tam nic nie ma. Drogi. Miało być po cichu i będzie po cichu. Po cichu jak wszystkich wymorduje. Weź. Nie wiem, po chuj, ale wezmę. No sprzedać będzie. Mogę ci strzelić w dupę? Tak. Mamy ten atak z ukrycia. Znaczy jakbym miał nóż, wyszło lepiej. Dobra. Już wszystko, jakby nie będę czegoś potrzebował, to po prostu się tego pozbędę, tak jak tych butów. Po prostu tego gówna mi nie jest potrzebny. Ale biorę, bo się może przydać. Zeskakuj. Mapa. Weźmiemy sobie to, co jest tutaj. Nie wiem w sumie po co mi te przypływy koncentracji, jak ja z tego nie korzystam. Dobra. F5, żeby nie powtarzać. I złazimy tam na dół. Wydaje mi się, że uda nam się, przynajmniej powinno nam się udać uratować tego doktorka w tym odcinku. Miło by było. Witaj, Dandelion! No fajnie. Aż taki mocny, kurwa. Masz. Bombkę. Nie to. Ona, kurka. To jesteś nasza, dobra. Przeszukaj. Powiedziałem przeszukaj. A, jeszcze sporo tego dźwigu. Dzięki Fubosowi. Ładnie. Z drogi. Jeżeli ja mogę sobie zejść tam na dół muszę zejść, to pójdę tutaj. By zdobyć doświadczenie. Dlaczego ja pana nie widziałem? Masz coś.
Hello, Phobos.
Hello, Zagrajmy.
Do widzenia. Mogę sobie chyba tędy przejść? Ale macie. Macie granacie. No. No cóż, wszystkich się pozbyłem swoich towarów. Kurwa, ilu was tu jeszcze będzie? Masz, żryj to. Ja pierdolę. Będzie cięższy niż myślałem. Załatwiło mnie na dole, więc zostawię. Może przeczytam tędy. Wybieram po kolei. Też masz. Kurwa, nagle pozbierało. Z dupy wylecieli. To po dupy masz. Chodź tu do mnie. Wiesz, że się leżącego się nie kopie. Tam kopiącego się nie leży. Jestem ciekaw. Nie to. Tu jest tarcza, dobra. Weź czwórkę. W tym kierunku poleciałem. Wstawaj, wstawaj, wstawaj! Kurwo ty! Pierdolona szmato. Zginiesz marnie. Pierdolę to. Ach. Chyba kij będzie lepszy. I tak pójdę tamtą stroną. Nabiję sobie trochę punktów doświadczenia, to się przyda. Dłużej go popieścimy. No. Jedno parowanie poszło. Jakoś kijem mi się lepiej służy. Pięć. Szybki zapis. Fantazy. Masz tutaj. Ja pierdolę, sam się zabiłem. O! Otóż. Kurwa! Pierdolona wasza mać. Masz tu jedno. Tu drugie. Kolejna. Kolejna nie będzie. Chodźcie. Tu kolejna. Ciebie też zapierdolę. No chodź tutaj, elektryczki. Jak ty dostałeś? Możemy sobie przeszukiwać teraz. Wysło lepiej niż poprzednio. Pradawny klucz. Ciekawe. Teraz F5 i na drugą stronę. Jak już pokonaliśmy. Wszyscy chyba padli, tak? Dobra. Co tu się będzie działo?
Patience, wake up! Patience, come on! Damn it, they almost killed him.
Stop! Let me go. I won't tell you it. Zach, holy shit, is it really you?
What the hell happened to you?
I was on the way back to my place. There was someone behind me, and before I could turn, he was on me. Next thing I knew, I woke up in a cell. They tortured me for days. Wanted me to talk, wanted me to tell them everything I knew about you. Where you were, what you were doing, what we found.
You figure out what the tablet said?
Unfortunately. If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to tell them anything, but I just finished when they found me.
What did it say?
It talked about a giant research base that was able to keep in contact with Earth. They had a beacon and gave the base's coordinates. I mean, the coordinates weren't up to date anymore, so I had to recalculate them, but it's in the South Pole, Zach. It's protected by a huge layer of ice.
What did you tell him?
At the beginning, I fought, Zach. I did. I fought. Didn't say a damn thing. Then Victor came. And the shit he did to me, Zach, you have no idea. I didn't tell him everything. I didn't, but I had to tell him something. Or I told him what I found in the tablet. Everything. I'm so sorry.
Stop. It's fine. You did what you could. Everyone's got a breaking point. If you can walk, we need to get out of here.
I can. Let me try. Just let me rest a minute. Just a minute.
All right, let's untie you and get you out of here.
Wypatroszę Wiktora. Zamordujemy tego chuja.
You must find the City of Ice before they do, Zachariah. If Victor finds the beacon, he could use it to gain the people's trust. Furthermore, if he finds the secrets buried there...
He's got a head start, but we'll catch him.
Aye, aye, Zach. But if it's really the City of Ice...
What?
I'll have to make some mods. It'll be tougher than you think. Also, wear an extra layer or two if you don't want to freeze your nuts off.
A big ice city. Huh. That reminds me of...
A tangent that'll lead to another tangent?
No, Yes, that was it.
As long as Victor has the Assembly's blessing and the full support of the ASC, it'll be pointless to look for that city. With his huge resource advantage, he'd beat us there every
My mamy mnie. Nieśmiertelnego Zachariasza, kurwa.
You know, besides the
Zginąłem miliony razy, ale dzięki quick save i quick load powstałem znowu.
Probably left some in that base. And if just a few survived, we could find an ecosystem
Zjebać tego, kto mną
on
steruje.
Mars, completely sheltered by the ice.
Why should we go to this city instead of just overthrowing Victor? What are you planning?
I'm looking for a beacon. I want to get in touch with Earth, but not so I can run from the ASC, and so I can reunite with our ancestors, gain back everything we've lost. With the people of Earth, we can stop the wars over water. We can utilize the technology we lost. We can understand the choices they made.
That sounds perfect. Too perfect. I hope what we find doesn't disappoint you.
Mnie rozczaruje, jak to zwykle bywa.
Meet Patience. We just broke him out of one of the ASC's jails. He could use a place to recover.
Then he is welcome to recover here. Our healers, patients, will be honored to tend to your wounds.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you. All this reminds me of an old hiding spot I had in the desert. Thank you again, both of you.
This is real nice and all, but I don't know about all this.
About what?
I'm guessing you're gonna want to go to that city, right? Right. Problem is, that city's coordinates, according to what Patience said, is the South Pole. Rover's good, but it ain't that good.
Any way to make it that good?
I don't know. Gotta think about it. I mean, it'd need some sort of ice-breaking blade in the front and insulation around the whole thing.
If I know you, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Gumę se
Like your
wsać.
faith in me, but problem is, I don't have a damn clue how to add all that heavy shit to the rover's frame without slowing it down like fucking crazy. My dad would have known what to do. I'm not my dad, though.
Jest skrzynka
I
jakaś.
knew he'd made improvements to his machines, but I don't remember seeing any diagrams. Though they could be somewhere in the shed. I don't know. Maybe Scott could help us?
We can ask, I guess, then head to the shed with him. See what we find.
Gonna be damn fucking cold out there, Zach.
Maybe we should go borrow some gear from Victor. He's known the site's coordinates a lot longer than we have. Sure, he's built some cold weather equipment already.
I like the way you think, Zach.
Misja na rozkład. Spoko.